All right, so the Steelers, they end up getting the win on Monday Night Football, 28-15 over the Miami Dolphins. They extend their streak of 23 straight home Monday Night Football games that they've won in a row, dating back all the way to 1991 when the last time they lost was. So let's just jump right into it. This game, coming in, I saw it going one of two ways. I either saw A, the Dolphins would just run the same running play over and over and over with Devon A. Chan. Just run it to the right side where TJ Watt usually is because he wasn't there. Derek Harmon was also out of this game. And just gashing the Steelers on the ground and winning the game that way. Or B, how this game actually went, the Steelers kind of just dominate. And fortunately, we got the latter. So let's talk about it. This game was a tale of two halves. First half, on both sides, it was pretty rough. I mean, the Steelers, at the end of the half, they go down the field, they score the touchdown with Connor Hayward, which, by the way, quick gripe. Why are we running the tush push with Connor Hayward? He's the smallest tight end we have on the roster for starters. And two, we have Darnell Washington. I know he was questionable all week. I get that. So you kind of want to preserve his health. But he's 6'7", 311 pounds compared to Connor Hayward, who is the smallest tight end we have. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me, but whatever. He scored a touchdown in this game, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. And so it was 7-3 going into the half, and neither offense really got anything going. The Steelers, of course, as I said, they got things going at the end of the half, but the Steelers were 1 for 7 on third down to start the game. They were 1 for 7 on third downs, and I believe they finished 4 for 13, which is not good, to be clear, but it's better than 1 for 7. And the Dolphins, I think, finished like 2 for 8 or something. They were really bad. Moving on to the second half. The Steelers scored 3 straight touchdowns to start the half, and that's when I was like, okay, that's where the offense has been. The Steelers are typically a second half team anyways. So after the first half, I was like, okay, the Dolphins, maybe now they start getting things going with the running game. It just never happened. Tua was under siege all night, although then again, a couple of those sacks he did to himself, in all fairness. And, it was really good. I forgot to mention, Asante Samuel, he had an interception in the first half, in the first quarter. So shout out to him, his first interception in the Steelers uniform. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he threw a touchdown pass to DK Metcalf. He threw a touchdown, which, by the way, DK Metcalf on that touchdown was unbelievable. I mean, poor Minka, he sent him to the shadow realm. I still love Minka, but he sent him to the shadow realm on that play. The former Packer himself, MBS, who was just brought up from the practice squad a few hours earlier, they sent Keyshawn Nixon down. And then, of course, you have the very long run with Jonnu Smith, which I'm pretty sure gave Arthur Smith an erection on that play. But, but yeah, overall, the Steelers got things going eventually, and they made adjustments, which I couldn't believe. They made adjustments, and they worked. They worked. But yeah, the defense all night, the Dolphins, they had a few garbage time touchdowns. Tua, he only had one pick, should have been probably 2 or 3. I mean, he didn't play well tonight. Let's just make that clear. The stats may make it seem like he did. He had 2 touchdown passes, but they were both in garbage time to make it 9-28 and then 15-28. I mean, I don't know what you really want me to say about this game. I mean, Tua, he didn't really play that well tonight. And, Darren Waller, he had a couple touchdown passes, so that's good for the Dolphins. But, yeah, this was a very important game for the Steelers. Kenneth Gaingood, he played well. Jaylen Warren was questionable coming into today with an illness. So it was mainly Kenny Gaingood. taking the majority of the carries. I think he had like one more, but he was definitely more productive at the very least. But yeah, Jonnu Smith, he had one carry for 14 yards and that stupid touchdown, which I think makes the Steelers the first team ever to have two rushing touchdowns in a game in over 50 years. So that's pretty cool. DK Metcalf, as I mentioned, he had the touchdown. But yeah, overall, just a pretty good day overall for the Steelers. Nothing really to complain about. Other than, as I said, why are we running the tush push with Connor Hayward and not Darnell Washington? That doesn't make much sense to me, but other than that, I don't have much else to say about this one. This is overall a pretty boring game. The Steelers kind of dominated from start to finish. And I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest. I was in a close fantasy game this week in the playoffs. And it got to the point. I was winning. I was like winning by .6 or something. And I was playing against the Steelers defense, and it got to the point when it was like 28-3, and I knew the Steelers were going to win. I was like, okay, maybe we can let the Dolphins score a field goal or two, just to make it less stressful for me. So I'll be honest, I'll take responsibility for that. But overall, I won my fantasy game, so we're good. We're good. I won my fantasy game. We're good. And the Steelers won, even better. I'll always take a Steelers win over my fantasy team. But I feel bad. I have a Dolphins friend. He roots for the Dolphins. He had a rough night. He had to watch his team get absolutely piped on Monday Night Football. He watched him get eliminated from the playoffs, and he lost in fantasy. I feel bad, but never apologize for winning this league. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you for predictions, I guess. Don't die.